I go to 116th Street in my neighborhood where I was living at the time, 1756 Madison Avenue. And I get my girlfriend Joyce, and I take her to the movies. And it was either Carmen Miranda, because we used to do a show, and then a film, a show, and then a film. Still vaudeville was going on that time. I don't feel comfortable in a crowd. I get very agitado. And I said to Joyce, I can't go in here. I feel too scared. There are too many people. And she said, okay, come on, let's just see the stage show. So nervously I sat there and I saw the stage show. And whatever it was, I felt how wonderful it was for those people on the stage to be accepted by the audience so beautifully as that. So I began to get this feeling that maybe I can do that, never knowing if I could or not. We come outside of the theater. Now remember, I had been going to the New York School of Performing Arts. Mrs. Bishop, a beautiful brown-skinned lady of one of my teachers at PS 136 in Harlem, she gave me a poem to learn, to audition to get into the drama department of the New York School of Performing Arts. Until this day, I didn't realize it then, but then I realized that since I didn't talk, this is what she was trying to do, bring me out, make me talk. And that teacher made me get up in front of that class, getting into the drama department, and made me recite that whole poem, and it went on forever. No, not one word. I don't remember one word of that poem. I was so scared. But when I sat down, everybody was so silent. It scared the devil out of me. What happened? All I did was do what the teacher told me to do, recite this poem. And that's how I got into the drama department. Now, from that, and I came to get Joyce and take her to the movies, and I come outside of the theater because I couldn't take the crowd. It was too much claustrophobia for me. There we were standing on the sidewalk. Now we have a dime left. And we were deciding whether we should take the dime and buy 2 bars of chocolate, which were 5 cents each at the time, and walk home, or take the subway. While I'm standing there deciding this, a girl walks up to me who's also my complexion. And she said, "Can you tell me where Max Factor's makeup shop is?" And I was saying to her, "Makeup? You're such a pretty girl. Why would you want to wear makeup?" Because we didn't wear makeup in those days. So she said, "No, it's not for me. It's for Katherine Dunham." Click. I had just seen the movie with the beautiful legs in the air. Click. If you tell me how I can meet Katherine Dunham, I'll take you to the makeup shop. That's how I got in, because she did it, and we got to the Dunham School, which I think was on Park Avenue and 57th Street at the time. And I was sitting there waiting to see Miss Dunham. I was not interested in anything except just to see her.
But had you studied dance?
No, I had studied nothing. I was in the drama department at the New York School of Performing Arts, and that's all I know.
You were dancing up and down the factory aisles, but that was
yes. I learned everything that was
that was pretty much it.
Between 115th Street and 110th Street, which was we called Spanish Town at Spanish Harlem at the time. That's what I was into, and that's what I was learning. I was the best Roomba dancer in town, street dancer. So there I was, sitting there waiting to see Miss Dunham, and somebody dared me to join the class because she was having auditions. And somebody kept hunching me like that. So my girlfriend finally said, "I dare you to get in the class." Somebody threw me a rehearsal garment. I went into the bathroom, changed my clothes, came back, joined the class because the teacher, and I followed the teacher doing everything the teacher was doing, and I won a full scholarship. And that's how I got into show. So I'm still auditioning. I don't think I ever stop. No, because every time I walk out on that stage, I'm thinking I'm auditioning for my next job. And believe me, my life has been a lot of fun, auditioning to the last minute.
And so how did you feel when Katherine Dunham said, I'll take you, you're in?
I still had earned my position. Her secretary came to me and said, can you be to the school on, this was a Saturday, remember, and she said, can you be to the school on Monday? And I said, what for? She said, because you've won a full scholarship. I said, what's that? So then she told me,
Now,
we would give you,
you were only about 16 years old, right?
yeah, something like that. And she said, we give you $10 a week if you come to the school and study with Katherine Dunham. From 10 o'clock in the morning, you have to take one ballet class, Dunham technique, in the morning. In the afternoon, after lunch, you take a Dunham technique and whatever else there is in the school. So that's what I did. There was everything to learn in that school, including drumming, including sewing, including anything that was there to learn is what I joined. Because I went to the school at 10 o'clock in the morning for the first class, and my $10, I paid rent to the girl who threw me the dance costume, Roxy Foster, who was living on Convent Avenue. I paid rent to stay with her because I couldn't go back to my aunt's. How could I explain that, you know?
What, that you were going to be joining this dance company as opposed to continuing on at the high school?
She wanted me to be a concert pianist. Nothing else. She didn't want to have anything to do with show business other than concert pianist.
So she wasn't impressed that you were accepted as a drama student?
She wouldn't have understood it. So how can you explain something to somebody who won't understand anyway? So why bother?
So you moved out, and I read that at one point you were you slept in the subway?
Yeah. That's when I ran away from my aunt again. It was at the time that I think I'd gotten a job at 110th Street at a factory in the neighborhood. And I didn't want to go back to her because I didn't go to piano lessons one day. And she gave me the money to pay my teacher. But I went to the movies instead. And when she found out about it, she had a piano stool, or some stool or the other, and I was hugged up in the corner in the room, and she was about to take this, whatever she had in her hand, which was a big piece, like a piano stool, and was about to bash me over the head with it. At least it looked like that to me. And her boyfriend came in and took it out of her hand. That's when I thought I'd better get out of there. And that's when I really left. And then that's when I started. I was sleeping on the subway for a while. And I would go into a building if the door was open, sleep in the hallway, wherever I could.
Were you frightened?
No. Those were times, I think those were times in my life that I think until this day, I'm not afraid of anybody physically hurting me. I think I'm more afraid of emotional hurt than anything else. And I still feel that if somebody hurts me emotionally, you never see me again. I go away and I never come back. It's like taking me out of the photograph. You never see me again. I don't want to be in that position again.
But the physical scars or the physical hurt you can handle.
I can handle that.